After 8 years together, my pregnant wife casually mentioned the baby might not be mine. I was making scrambled eggs on a Sunday morning when my wife Anna, 6 months pregnant, casually said from the couch, "We should probably get a paternity test when the baby's born." I dropped the spatula. "What?" I turned around, convinced I'd misheard her. She was looking at her phone, scrolling through something, like she'd just commented on the weather. A paternity test. Just to be sure, my heart was hammering. We'd been together for 8 years, married for 5. This baby, our baby, was planned. We'd tried for almost a year. "Anna, what the hell are you talking about?" She finally looked up, and I saw something in her eyes I couldn't quite read. "There's a chance. There's a small chance the baby might not be yours, Noah." The kitchen started spinning. I gripped the counter. "You cheated on me?" "No." She stood up, awkward with her belly. "No, God, no. But I need to tell you something I should have told you 8 years ago." We sat down. She was crying now, and I was somewhere between rage and terror. "Before I met you, I was assaulted," she said quietly. "At a college party. I reported it. Did the whole kit, everything. The guy was convicted, spent 3 years in prison. He got out 18 months ago." My anger immediately shifted to something else. Horror, protectiveness, grief for what she'd carried alone. "Anna, I'm so sorry, but I don't understand what this has to do with—" "I froze my eggs," she interrupted. "Right after it happened. I was 20, and I was terrified I'd never be able to be intimate with anyone again. My therapist suggested it. Preserving that option before the trauma changed everything about my body and my relationship with it." I was listening, but still not connecting the dots. "When we decided to try for a baby last year, I was having trouble conceiving naturally. The doctor suggested IVF using my frozen eggs. I said yes. You remember, we talked about it." I nodded. We had talked about IVF. She'd handled most of the medical logistics because my work schedule was insane. What I didn't realize, what I didn't check, was that the fertility clinic had a mix-up in their storage system. My eggs from age 20 were stored near other samples. They've been doing an internal investigation. Last week they informed me that there's a possibility of cross-contamination in the fertilization process. My brain was short-circuiting. Cross-contamination? What does that mean? It means there's a chance. Small. They said maybe 15%. That the embryo they implanted wasn't created with your sample. It might have been from the other sample stored in that batch. Which was? She looked at me with devastated eyes. "The evidence sample, from my assault kit. They preserved it for the trial, and somehow it ended up in long-term clinical storage and got mixed into the fertility batch." I couldn't breathe. My wife, my Anna, was telling me there was a chance she was pregnant with her rapist's baby, and she'd been carrying this knowledge alone for a week. "Why didn't you tell me immediately?" I asked. "Because I was terrified you'd leave, that you'd see me differently, that this would be too much." I pulled her into my arms, feeling her shake against me. "Anna, listen to me. I don't care whose DNA this baby has. We chose this. We tried for this baby. This is our child. But what if— No, listen." I pulled back to look at her face. "If this baby shares DNA with that monster, it doesn't make them less ours. It makes them a survivor, just like you, and we're going to love them fiercely regardless." We got the paternity test done at birth. Took 3 days for results. Our daughter Sophie is 4 months old now. She has my eyes and Anna's smile. The DNA confirmed she's biologically mine. But honestly, I meant what I said. The answer wouldn't have changed anything. Last week, Anna finally let me read the journal she kept during her pregnancy. All her fears, her shame, her terror. The last entry, written the day before Sophie was born, said, "Regardless of what the test says, Noah has already proven he's this baby's father in every way that matters. Yeah, we're going to be okay. Actually, we're going to be more than okay.